Stand tall, Ryunosuke. It's not over yet.
Mia! Wait.
What?
Wait.
What? Who are you talking about? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes.
It's a conspiracy.
And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth. In your cross-examination.
Did the prosecution tell the witnesses to lie again?
Very possible.
I don't know, Kazuma.
Defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick. Understood?
For some reason, I thought he was gonna say the defense is entitled to his stupid opinion. I don't know why. I thought that was the thing. That
But
was
given that
written
it's a stupid opinion, I elected to ignore it.
Also, can I just say, it looks like the judge has like his eyeliner on point. So next time we take a look at him, let's just take a look at his like eyes.
His
look like
face is
really
already a work of
on-
art. Like the chisels,
on
like
fleek.
details in his face are amazing.
And his beard, but like check out his eyeliner next time. It's
Okay.
nuts.
Views can be so unbending at times.
Ugh. Okay, the true culprit.
Even if what I saw wasn't the precise. Oh, it's just.
Yeah, okay.
Almost the same thing.
Almost the same thing. How is it almost the same thing?
Yes, it was almost the
No,
same.
no, it's not the same thing at all.
Yes, no.
For a start, I didn't fire that gun.
We have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of a uniformed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet.
You know, it only takes one letter to make uniformed to uninformed, so... I don't think so.
Consider this, defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked. Okay,
Yeah,
good for you.
but you didn't see because of
Very
Megler.
good, prosecutor.
Did you?
Did you see it? Did you see me blink?
No. How could I?
And yet, it is an undeniable fact that I did blink.
No, it's not a fact. Not if it's not objectively verifiable. Because that's what make facts. That's what facts are.
And you can't force yourself to not blink for a while.
That too.
So there you have it.
Just fucking analogy.
Have what? Yes, same.
And shut. The sound of the firearm rang in my ears, and the very next moment, I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman. How did you make the thing disappear? I think that says it all, don't you?
He's a magician.
And let us not forget the antique dealer witnessed the accused in his most incriminating position as well. Isn't that so, correct, son?
Yeah, totally. I did. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreman. He was a young.
How did you see? Because if you're...
You were on the ground. Yes, it may be true
Yeah,
that I
you're
was
not
holding the
paying
gun
attention.
at that point in time. But I've told you already. There's only because I picked it up off the floor.
Well, obviously, as the culprit, that's the only way you could explain it away.
I had just finished drinking my coffee and I was about to leave the restaurant when I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. You know, as you do.
The glass there, if it is the same of the thing, it's empty as well.
No, it seems that there's something.
That was half full.
Yeah, something in it.
Oh, right.
It's like a dark
I
spot.
thought it was gonna be a bit more like visible.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Bang.
Bong.
Bong. A gunshot rang in my ears. Full of events beyond our control. Life is. Why does that guy have to talk like Yoda? Sorry, what do you mean? In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up with. Wait, what?
He's got a weapon.
Oh,
Which precipitated.
precipitated this testing predicament. All right. Which precipitated this testing predicament. Whereas conversely, I failed to pick up the coin from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result. sure. Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did see you. With a pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner. Okay.
It was searched, so the premises confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
Yeah, okay, that's probably the statement I have to present evidence to.
Oh yeah, so here's the
Somehow?
thing. If those two were in there, why are those two not drawn at the thing that the butler gave?
Yeah, and that
Why are
too,
they not
yeah.
drawn? Like that's what I was thinking from the start. Like, why the hell aren't
Yeah,
they
exactly, because there
included
was like only the one cross on the. There was no one else was drawn on
I mean,
there.
there wasn't even a cross where Ryunosuke was.
Yeah, it was just where the victim was, right? You must have noticed
Yep,
someone at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there.
If anything, they may have marked the lady instead of the man.
Oh.
As you have been at pains to point out time and again, I feel like growing a callus in my ear.
That's
Ew.
not possible.
And yet, no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman.
Ugh. Surely there had been more people dining there at the time. There's someone else who would have noticed her.
Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant.
You know, of course the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect.
Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of time to eat.
Man, he's got his eyes closed.
Ah, darn it.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Look
Nice.
how fleek he is.
Heck yeah.
Hell
I wonder if
yeah.
there was a reason why the victim was eating at the time of day and why he was alone. Damn, he's got like really good eyelashes.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Excellency, that was indeed the reason.
There was?
Oh,
Oh.
this new part of evidence.
Nice.
This was found in the victim's jacket pocket.
You mean the one that got shot?
What is that, Counsel?
It is a medical report card. Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Ooh,
Your
medication?
Excellency,
Medication?
it was seen that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant.
So did the woman poison him?
I have no idea.
Hoda?
Hot.
Oh
Hoda.
no.
Clinic. Yes, there
No.
wouldn't appear to be an entry for the date in question.
No.
Hot clinic.
But
It's like, no, it's the
Wait.
Hottie clinic in the other Ace Attorney games. There was a Hottie clinic. And apparently,
The hot clinic is the
yeah.
present.
So wait, that was,
19th November. Wait, 19th?
Past 1 p.m.
so right now it's the 22nd when this is
Yeah,
taking place.
it checks out.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the 20th? Yeah, the
Yeah, it was
22nd.
22nd. So like, this all probably happened the day before. No, okay, it did happen on the 19th, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Today is 22nd.
Yeah.
right.
So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple.
He was probably enjoying one last meal before he like keeled over. Probably got diagnosed with something bad.
The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on this case.
It was in the victim's jacket pocket. How does it have no bearing on the
The
case?
prosecution doesn't need to explain shit to you.
Screw you.
Fuck you.
I wonder, what do you think, Ryunosuke?
Hmm? Well, it is hard to see how it could be. Do you have stupid?
Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful.
Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report card to be submitted as evidence or not?
Yeah, why the
Oh,
fuck
I'm gonna
would I
ask
want to
so
have
hard.
less ammunition?
I'm gonna ask so hard. If I may, I'd like to ask for that medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency.
On what grounds?
The grounds I'm standing on right now. It was in the victim's jacket pocket.
The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous.
Would it be? Would it really? Would it really?
Yes, because I said so.
Eh.
Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern.
Really? What kind of a show are you running here? Thank you.
Nigiri.
Igiri.
Oh my god, it's so fucking hard.
Whether or not they are of concern is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues.
Exactly.
I beg your pardon?
And not just the
You see
avenues.
that little lip tremble?
Yep.
Yeah.
Saw a little twitch. You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well. The court will grant the defense's request.
Thank you. Oh, is that bad for you? I'm sorry.
Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's a most disturbing trend.
Wow. Wow.
I hate when people know that they have rights to something.
You know, things truly haven't changed in the last 130 years.
I mean, if you see the court record, he says that he hates
Yeah.
progression.
Yeah, exactly.
Ow.
Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record.
Nice.
I don't want it.
All right. Let's take a look at that.
Okay, let's check this right now.
What we need right now is new clues.
Like this. Like this.
Get it close.
I can't.
Oh,
I
that's
can't.
all
I
there
can't.
is to
I
it.
can't look at it. I can't. It doesn't. It doesn't let me
was a
examine it.
medical report. That's straight up.
Oh,
all you
oh,
have
are they
for it.
going to introduce a new feature where I have to like look at stuff more closely now?
Examine it
Maybe?
closely. Probably.
Yeah, because.
Oh
This is
yeah,
true. I
every
feel like
possible
every
angle. That's
possible
probably
angle,
yeah.
even
Now
if
I
they
can
can't
turn
see
around
it.
shit.
Okay.
Oh yes, please.
You are ahead of the tutorial.
Right, I hear you.
Okay, first things first, we ignore the obvious thing that he just gave us, and we look at the butt list thing.
Yeah, we look at the business card. Yeah, exactly.
You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but it's the day after the festival already for you.
You mean the day after the carnival?
Or perhaps you'd forgotten that these witness testimonies have no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused correct assault.
Oh, I'm gonna reiterate. Yes. Alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone. That I did. Forgive me for the position I placed you in.
So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Is that interesting?
Can I look at that now? No, still not. Anything else?
Maybe the lady paid them off instead of the prosecution.
Hmm.
And let us not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support that statement as well.
Yeah, okay, so I guess we have to present that photo at like some point, but
Yeah.
that's the thing.
It could be a thing where we press and then there is a cut
Prompt.
where you just press everything and it says you don't have any more avenues, and then our friend is gonna go.
Oh, you gotta check.
As can clearly be seen, there is only a single beefsteak on the victim's table, a meal for one.
No.
The antiques dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying.
Why do or line?
Mm-mm.
But if so, then why?
Yep.
They're all in the pocket of the British. If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea. Okay, it's gonna start from the... No, okay.
Therefore, no. Could it
Okay,
over
that's the
now?
last statement then. Why aren't you telling the truth?
What did you say, Cadet?
I clearly remember.
Flashback to the lady.
There was a woman sitting across the table from the professor. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed, but for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible. Do we want to ask the baby?
Yep. The baby's gonna go, pretty lady!
It's just
Booby.
in the case of these two witnesses alone.
Poopy.
The baby will remember the boobs.
Pretty!
Sorry?
The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone.
That's right.
Precisely. In other words, you were the sole proponent of this phantom lady.
Mm-hmm. But I...
If such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof.
Mm,
And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands no further mention of this phantom woman to be made. It is a blatant waste of the court's time.
there's nothing I can say to that. Come on, boyfriend to the rescue.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Excellent work, Rinosuke. We've gleaned some new information now.
Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can see that it brings... I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light.
I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before.
Let me give you some more information that you should know, but instead we're gatekeeping to a later part of the story.
Oh, you mean this?
Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence.
We can't even look at.
So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail.
Cool, how
Yes,
do
please.
I do it?
How
What
exa-
button?
Yeah, how exactly? What button do I have to press?
You turn it around and look at it with your eyes. You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass.
Yes,
These are
this
the
one
ones
has...
that you examine.
Oh,
Press A, and you can take a closer look at the piece of
yes,
question.
we've done that before.
Use...
Use the.
Oh, now we can rotate. All right, let's do it.
Alright.
Wait, could I have done that before?
And examine it from all angles.
I didn't even try the right
Probably
stick.
not.
I used
By using little.
Oh, damn. You can explain so well.
You can move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues.
It's like you have a PowerPoint presentation right next to you. That's so amazing.
I know, it's a gift. I should become a teacher. If the crosshairs start to pulsate,
Seek a
Ooh.
doctor.
Yes, exactly. If the crosshair pulsation
Press A.
lasts
Press
more
A.
than 4 hours, please consult a doctor.
Seek medical help.
so, partner, I think we should take a closer look at this medical report card.
Partner.
Cool. Time to look at the map. of the
Exactly.
butler.
See if there isn't something new to be learned by examining it in more detail.
Can I do that right now? All right. Look at this.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, I can't rotate
Oh,
it.
it's
I
it's a
can't.
different type of thing.
I can't.
Okay,
I can't
fair
rotate it.
enough.
I'm doing the.
Fair
I can't do it. Oh, can I not do it yet? Oh, I can't do it yet. I can't do it yet.
Oh, okay.
Ah, that's probably why.
I have to wait for the prompt to do it. All right, I'll see what I can do. I need to use
I need to use
an A to inspect any areas of the evidence that look suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Oh, it's
Don't
open.
Be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Oh, yeah.
Dentist.
Okay. Was it a dentist?
So he probably didn't need
Oh,
the
he
steak.
didn't eat the steak then. Yeah, he was probably
Press
having a
something, press
toothache.
Yeah.
Why, how would he chew it? Hot clinic. Okay, let's. What's this? Medical.
Did you
report.
press anything?
Right. No.
I'm just looking.
Right here.
Alright, what's going on here?
So these are all his appointments. It looks like.
What is the last one?
Click on one.
Can I look at all of them?
Yeah,
I
click
can
on-
look- okay.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history.
This is nice. I like this.
Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed.
Mhm.
Extraction of molar with
Okay. There you go.
Anesthesia too. Yeah, he was probably still numb. Extraction of molar. You mean he had a tooth taken out?
It would seem so. Just before the incident, he had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief.
Right. I forgot. This is the 1890s.
Yeah, laughing gas.
Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain.
Ah, there's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well.
Do not drink alcohol after the procedure.
Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until
So
anesthesia.
the reason why there was no other things, it wasn't because it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
It wasn't for her. It wasn't for him.
Exactly. That's why the chair was turned around probably too, because she left and like turned. I don't know. Really?
Sounds like information worth bearing in mind.
Really?
You could eat.
The medical report card's information has been updated in the court record. With this new information, the meaning of that one particular statement totally changes.
So, I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you?
Definitely. Alright, so where's that? He ate his thing. I don't know who's present. Dining all by himself.
Dining by
That's probably
himself.
the one, right? Okay, what does he say
Yeah.
here? Okay, yeah, it's this one. Alright. Hi!
Slow, breathing really hard.
I need to pee.
Well, I think, about what are you ordering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer? Actually, I'm not a lawyer. I wish I could, but first and foremost here, I'm the accused.
Ryunosuke.
Grow a fucking pair for a second.
Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it.
Thanks, Kazuma.
I can see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully.
You looked really sexy.
Can I just say that I drew RPG in the perfect pose for this guy?
Yeah.
You knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking.
All right. And thanks for the advice.
That baby is really shit.
What? Say what you think. Right.
Everybody just stops and slowly looks at you. You're not scared.
Correct-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the victim. Oh, I see, and I don't see. What of it, boy? Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement. Clap.
Look.
Something clearly doesn't add up.
Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you fuckhead?
Mr. Ouchie? Language. Sorry, what?
Language, my balls. Look, you are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel.
But I have an objection to make. That's no drivel.
Let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant.
And they went to the dentist's office and left.
Whatever he may or may not have done before this time is completely irrelevant.
I assure
And
you.
he had 3 hours where he could not eat or drink. Are you listening? Eat or drink for 3 hours between 1 and 2 p.m.
There is no correlation.
But that's
Remember, Ryunosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words.
I mean,
The dude went to the fucking thing and he was.
Just make your point.
toothache.
No preamble.
No eat.
Just say the shit.
Your Excellency, I believe we are finished here. There is surely no need to prolong this trial further.
That's no.
No. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise.
Mm-hmm.
This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that
Objection.
there is no one else beside this pale-faced people who...
It did that automatically. That wasn't me.
Yep.
The medical report card has nothing to do with the case. Do you really believe that?
And he actually slapped the table without looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
What? That outburst half petrified me, boy.
Oh, that was an outburst. I'm sorry.
Of course I believe it. How could possibly be relevant?
Have you looked at it? Perhaps because Hada Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic.
A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me?
You know, dental means concerning the teeth.
Maybe he doesn't know because he's fucking old.
Yeah. Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just a tooth extracted?
What is a tooth?
What's this now? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. Just what are you trying to say, Cadet? Yeah, orders not to eat. So what? I'm an officer, I break orders.
It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off.
What? No, that can't.
Oh, he didn't even look at it.
It's anesthesia.
I had this thing that didn't think it was relevant, therefore I didn't read it.
Correct,
So it
Hassan.
wasn't relevant.
What, boy? What? As you just heard, when he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. No. Additionally,
There's more?
you have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case.
He didn't look at his...
Yeah,
his-
he's getting confident. I like the character.
Yeah,
development.
there is a character arc
I
going.
like it. Because the victim, as we now know, had just one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthetic.
Wow!
Expertly done. Heck yeah.
I'll peel them out.
My sword is drawn. I will
Yes.
use the eye to slice off their heads.
Oh, the old man. Oh, what now?
What is this, you little upstart?
What exactly are you objecting to?
I object to you being too good and making me look bad. There's a base this accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence.
What? Yeah, so what? That just
There
means
was
that...
food, therefore he was eating. You can
It was
clearly
food that
see
was
the
eaten,
place
therefore
of
he ate
food
it.
at the victim's table. Yay.
Use your head.
For
Dumbass.
anything other than beating it with your paper fan.
That's the discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? He couldn't eat, yet he ate.
How dare you?
I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned.
How the turntable. Did you use the Metal Gear Solid exclamation as a air horn?
wait.
Yay!
That'll work.
That's stupid.
It's stupid, I love it. I just already said that line.
Oh, that's okay. Yes, most definitely. Now
Now
back to
he's
being
right
nervous.
again.
So, having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat? I've never had one, so well, that's weird. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum.
Who ate the steak?
Who in fact was eating the pictured beef steak?
That is a really nice steak.
Mhm.
Every time I look at it, I'm
does.
hungry.
Like with the
does look good.
with the Sharpie marks on it, I like it.
Exactly. The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel.
No.
Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it?
Alright, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of you turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of.
Got it. So, person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been an as yet unknown third party.
The two witnesses.
An as yet unknown third party. Let's do it.
It was me.
Obviously, it could always have been someone else that was sitting at the professor's table.
You got it! You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person.
And yet the
Yes.
beef was eaten.
There was, because I saw her.
When the incident occurred, we know that the victim
I like-
couldn't do anything.
I'm sorry, I like this music that
Oh, wait.
We have evidence of a half-eaten steak on this table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable.
Sorry, I drank a little bit of coffee with spiked coffee before we can start.
Yeah. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage,
I'll kill everybody.
we'll lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly.
Oh, my hero. Kazuma.
Are you insane?
Are you quite sane?
You would take on the government?
I would take on anyone for my boyfriend.
Don't worry, counsel. I have no issue with you.
What do you mean?
You're pathetic. I have issue with them. Those two witnesses in the stand.
What?
Oh,
What?
what are you talking about?
We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously, you will be charged with perjury.
Perjury?
And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing.
Really? Damn.
I mean, I wouldn't be
Complicit
surprised
in
if back then-
murder?
I wouldn't be surprised if back then it would be considered that.
No.
Why is the baby scared? He doesn't understand anything.
Ooh, what?
Probably the movement.
Well, he isn't scared anymore. Negative. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. What tactical meeting?
Excuse me?
I was just following your orders.
That's not an excuse, and you know it. That's right, as the man says. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they, told us.
Well, now you just admitted you are complicit.
Oh. What? What did you just say, Correcta-san?
I said nothing.
Oh, no. You were just following orders? Now hold on, lad. I was,
Say, you never saw the gentlewoman? When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas?
Wait,
what?
I'm overseas, but isn't it a positive information?
What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements?
Wait, Ouchie wasn't in on this?
Sorry, what?
He wasn't in on this?
Yeah,
Ooh.
it was what I think. I think that the lady paid them off instead of the.
Well, I guess.
Or the waiter. It could have been the
Yeah,
waiter
someone.
too.
It could have been the waiter too. Yeah.
Is this true, you bear?
Just one simple slip of the tongue. Ow, ow,
Order! Order! Counsel, explain what is going on here.
ow. So that I can be amazed.
It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth.
You?
Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. I'm also
God
slapping.
damn it. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Well,
That's not fun.
Well, they admit to it. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? Well, I guess that's how risky it is.
You would. You just can't be hurt.
Ryunosuke. Judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they're sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence.
mm-hmm.
However, I don't believe Aochi had any idea about it. He's sweating too much.
What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose.
Probably part of the government.
Probably the
Well-
government, considering what's at stake here, right?
Yeah, there is a clear conflict, like thin,
Mm-hmm.
cold,
Ideas of
like
who
cold
might be
beef.
behind this. It was the Queen.
Yes.
Lady Elizabeth herself.
If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit.
So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut.
That's tough. Like right now. Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations.
Well, one second.
There we go.
Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga.
Climby.
There we got it. There we go.
Well, that was easy.
That's- Right. So I guess it was the
waiter
police
is
then.
undercover. The waiter is undercover.
So I guess
he's
it
an
wa-
undercover
yeah.
cop.
I guess it was the police.
Yeah.
Trying to keep things doesn't get out that he's investigating this woman.
All right. Got it. Got him.
That's my guess.
Got him.
Did wield his or her power over here. Sorry if my internet cut out for a second
Oh,
there.
that's fine. Don't worry about it. But how? How could we possibly?
Ugh.
Ugh.
No, I think it.
You good?
Because I hear.
Are you
Oh,
good?
you hear me fine?
Is it on my end? Oh no.
I think it may be on your end. We're not sure. Okay, but it seems okay right now.
Is it good?
It seems to have been calmed down now.
It seems fine now.
All right,
There's
okay.
no stuttering.
Okay. Cool.
Remember how we made progress before?
Before. Yeah, I just.
We examined this piece of evidence.
Again.
Dude, are you not paying attention to what I'm
Way
doing?
ahead of the tutorial.
Oh yes, that's right.
Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it?
I'll just say.
We need to re-examine everything to make sure there's nothing we missed.
Right.
He was marking where she was for like future reference, I imagine.
Maybe.
There's no time to lose.
Oops, sorry.
If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe.
Ooh.
Please, wait, Your Excellency.
A second.
I had no idea about any of these. I swear to every Shinto god. I knew nothing.
And what does the defense have to say about all this? We
Um.
believe that
well,
had nothing to do
Your
with
Excellency. No time to think. I'm just gonna have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head.
Jeremiah Joseph.
Who is that?
I will.
Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to
The butler.
The guy's 29? He looks older than 29. Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosonaga-san.
Hosonaga-san, the waiter who took the stand earlier?
Nigiri!
Oh, Shar!
Puppy penis!
He actually does say poppycock.
What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony?
Well, you see, his business card that he didn't want to give up.
Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence.
Mm-hmm.
For once, I would agree with you.
He was a police officer who knew how to
I
do
would agree,
to make
yeah.
very good steak.
If that is, the man truly were a waiter.
Oh,
What? If you truly were?
Come on, Ryunosuke, time to hit this court with the truth. Truth bomb. The truth about Satoru Hosonaga-san's real identity
I'm a lawyer.
is
A
evidence.
law student. A dead person. A photographer. A tooth. No. I mean, this,
Here's his doctor.
time to show the
I'm not sure
truth.
what this is supposed to prove, Counsel.
You have to turn it around. You see, turn it
I
around.
think, Your Excellency, that what this proves is not the true nature of the waiter, but the true nature of the accused.
Oh, shut your face. Sorry.
A blackguard who is to presenting relevant evidence to incriminate an innocent man. That is the true nature of this rookie.
What?
What?
Oh, I think you have to. Maybe you have
Did
to
you
like
have to
actually. I think
Oh, do you have to-
examine and turn
wait,
and then
wait, do you have-
present the
yeah.
part examine? Oh. Well,
Alright.
that's annoying. Good to know, but that was too annoying.
Alright, so do I have to examine?
Examine, turn, and
around,
then
do
present.
that.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, okay. There we go.
You'll read it out loud. What?
Oh, that sounds-
Not
oh.
have to talk about it.
What is?
Oh,
Yep,
fuck.
Yeah.
talk about it. Look, do you see it says the witness's name here? Satoru Hosonaga.
See, it didn't say that he's a police officer in the description of the thing yet, so that's why it didn't work. Well, yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point.
It's not the name that's unexpected. It's his job title.
His job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division. Imperial Police Bureau? Inspector? What on earth?
I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they're wielding it somehow here.
There we go. Now it's updated. Now I can present it. Okay, I was a little too fast on that.
Maybe they just asked to. They just did that to avoid an international incident.
Yeah, exactly. They do that.
Maybe-
See,
maybe
now the
they'll-
description. Now the description is so that you can accidental progress too far into it without by accident. Okay, there
Or
we
the
go.
lady was like a major criminal they're
Wow.
trying to catch. The plan of the.
Oops, sorry.
I agree. It shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything.
Sorry, Your Excellency. That's the back of the card. It's the back of the card. That's of interest. You know the back of the back is the front.
So the front of the car.
Yes.
I beg your pardon?
or perhaps I should have said the front. Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is.
God damn it.
You're not making
So,
any more sense than
like,
before.
turn it around,
You just turn it around.
or-
It's fine.
Would somebody please.
Asogi just slowly looks at him wide-eyed.
Hosonaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card.
Thank you.
The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession. The waiter's profession? But that's truly... Good gracious!
Great galloping Goombas.
That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau.
Not the
He was a
IPB.
very bad inspector if he goes undercover with a fucking business card with his
Yeah,
name
really
in
though.
office.
But, like,
Yeah, he's
I
not great.
guess it's a cultural thing.
What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. I haven't heard any mention of this before.
Because it didn't look at shit.
The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand.
Thank you.
Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen the foreign gentlewoman at the scene?
Well,
Whomst?
he's
it's
the
him.
waiter.
It's him, yeah.
It's the waiter. The waiter did it.
Inspector Hosonaga. He looks like a guy in his 40s, doesn't he? He's supposed to be
A little
29.
I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility.
Flashback.
Paul will take this plan and edit it in court record as evidence. I mean, it was like over an hour ago.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, is there a problem? I'm the plan to the court officer at once. God, I hope this trial ends soon. I'm probably gonna have to go eat in like half an hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna.
This is trial 1, the tutorial.
Yeah, I know. And like
Right.
there's usually like investigations shit before these, so like, yeah.
Yeah.
He did act strangely when the
Wait.
judge asked him to hand over his business card.
I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle.
That's why he's
So I shouldn't
carrying.
have brought that business card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have either
Be
drawn the
distracted.
business card or drawn on the business card.
Well, he got distracted, I guess.
It was an unusually careless mistake to bring up my business card.
So you mean to say you really are a detective?
Business cards don't lie. But why would a detective be working at a restaurant waiter? Of course! Your salary must be terrible. Gumshoe jokes! Yes!
I was working undercover.
Undercover?
Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently.
Really?
In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover. Oh, he decided to get a
Is
job
she a
there. That's
serial
easy.
killer?
Yeah,
Might be.
the chef of the restaurant just straight up accepted me.
Mhm.
Well, it's the police. He's like,
Incidents-
yeah, I gotta work here as a waiter. Oh, okay.
Can you
Incidents
make
at the
the steak?
What kind of incidents?
Murders, right?
That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge.
If you get
Fair
arrested, you're not gonna be police anymore.
However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide.
Okay. I'm not sure if I trust you.
Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on one point for the court. Why are my eyelashes so on fleek? Of course, Your Excellency. They are on fleek. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table.
I wonder if there is like a Moriarty character.
There probably is. If that is indeed true,
It's the woman.
clearly you would have also been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume you've committed perjury, and you are going to jail now by that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct?
If so, that's fine. Okay, so what?
Yeah,
But what's going on?
that's
What's
if
going
you-
on with him though? Is he like
You
injured
have
or
to
something?
feel pity for me. Look at this.
Did he get shot?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Correct, Your Excellency.
Unbelievable.
As I suspected.
It's the bang.
As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair. Beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady who I guessed to be an Englishwoman. At the same time. So the truth comes out.
The truth just come out.
Lars is gay.
I immediately sealed off the restaurant and I reported the incident to the bureau. It was then that I received some special orders.
Oh, I guess, yeah, you are waiting.
So
Oh, wait. Special orders? You mean to say...
Remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once.
Okay, so
Is
she's
she a person of importance?
she pretty important, apparently, yeah.
It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders.
But what if this English woman was the killer?
I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea.
So you would put an innocent man in jail? Yeah, they probably would.
The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil, taking an Englishwoman as the primary suspect. Well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so you chose instead of an international incident, you chose to have an international incident of just being killed by a Japanese person.
Yeah, but the Japanese person being like really quickly,
Executed.
Executed.
Taken care of.
Yeah.
So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case.
But it's not right.
Please, the police doesn't do things that are right. Oh! Who's taking these pictures?
Court photographer.
One possibility does spring to mind.
Mm-hmm. Who the hell? What do you mean,
They say,
Kazuma?
Yume University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain.
Ooh.
she's a classmate.
I'm fairly certain that one of them is studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory.
Oh, are you gonna bring on the other teacher guy as a witness?
Is it the
now?
girl that was with us at the beginning?
No, that's a Japanese
not
woman.
her.
That's a Japanese woman. I'm pretty sure.
It's a
I'm
young
pretty sure.
English woman.
What?
So she's a classmate.
You're a shrewd man.
Sure.
I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour.
You mean?
When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first.
Oh, and she didn't lie to you?
The court demands that you name that lady in question at once, Inspector.
Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
I'm an English woman? The English woman
He looks
sitting
at his own heads.
Like, what? The English woman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle
Jezebel.
Giselle
Brett.
Brett.
Jezebel.
She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of Yume University's medical faculty.
What? What is happening here?
A woman in university?
What? Yeah.
Really
Yeah, really, though.
backwards
Right. I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene. I ordered these witnesses to make no
thinking. Push the kid back.
Oh wait, can we just 1 second? I'm so
Okay.
scared. Like Streamlabs sometimes freezes, or like freezes quote unquote. Like the view meters for the audio and like the
Right.
record time just freezes them.
Mhm.
I just want to make sure it's still going. Okay, it is still going. There was just a slight hitch there.
Cool.
I hope the recording is fine, but okay.
Yes.
It's probably nothing, but just want to make sure.
It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with the situation.
Get her in here.
Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point.
What now?
Yachty! But Your Excellency, I want blood! That would mean missing the new deadline of a ruling in order to send a telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions.
Well, then they can come get me.
Calm your
Calm
tits.
yourself.
Calm
Calm
yourself.
yourself. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom.
Oh heck yeah! Show him who's boss.
No one fucks with me except me and my.
In the newspaper, the judge was fired.
Inspector Hosonaga.
Yes, sir?
You will locate this Jezile Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency.
At once, Your Excellency.
You'll be going against the special orders you'll be given from the police bureau. You'll be going against the law to follow the law.
As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly.
Which is why I was interrupting this one by doing some bullshit.
So we won't be a problem? God, if he dies on the way, we'll be. Ooh. Oh. Oh
This face
no.
gonna get-
He-
No,
oh,
no,
he's-
I like him.
He's
Fuck.
he's looking like a Dragon Ball Z main character that's about to get blasted
die.
into oblivion. He gonna die.
He gonna die.
Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Jezile Brett to the witness stand.
Am I pronouncing this right?
I have no idea. I don't even know
I just-
if
I
it's supposed to be a
just
pun.
go by Giselle Brett because of
Jez-
Jezebel.
Giselle, Giselle, yeah.
Giselle Brett.
We're like trying to figure out the joke.
Yeah, same. Same.
I'm saying Jezebel.
Oh, now he's bowing.
Your Excellency.
Good. Then we'll have a 30-minute recess before reconvening.
Because she will definitely out.
Is there gonna be enough time?
Here in 30 minutes.
To be
I mean, in
continued.
this
Wow,
game, they
to be
typically-
continued.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, we're done.
Yes, we're
And
gonna
I'll say,
save. That's
There
okay.
you go.
Alright, let's leave it here for now.
Let's go.
Auyo.
Okay.